I'm just going to let you guys get in. I'll be here in a sec, just grabbing some stuff. Let you watch the charts for a second. So, here we go. Good evening, everyone. T-Speaker 222 XRP Future Millionaire with the Sidebar on XLM and Future Digibyte OG. Okay, so guys, as you see in the title, this is not, I'm going to cover them all, but right now this more has to do with Doge. I got a lot of people in the community that do have Doge. They bought it when, we were talking about it at 28 cents and 18 cents. Wrote it with me from 28 to like 42, I believe, at the time. But then, we've been on our own little journey. But now, we've once again reunited with our hit and quit it with Doge. Because now's the time. We're forming, in my opinion, I'm not going to look at the comments. I never do in the beginning. I do this, I treat it just like a normal video upload. And then like 10, 15 minutes in, I'll take comments. Because it'll get rid of all you douchebags that are out there that are just not with it. And I don't got time for your bullshit. So, I think it's doing something like this. How high it can go, that's the question. It's so hard, though, because of the way it is. There's no real way to just say, hey, let me do a measurement here, because where are you going to do it from? I mean, the breakout's way that way. But there's no way. What I was showing everybody else before I came on live stream is that, as you know, an M is bullish. So you can see an M. But when it makes this head, it's going to quickly turn to a W and turn it bearish. So you got to be very, very careful with those. But I believe there's some money to be made tonight on it. It's just, at 11:30 Eastern Standard Time, because I believe it's 8:30 Pacific Standard Time is when it actually comes on, if I'm not mistaken. What's going to happen? So, before I go deeper into Doge, we got to cover DGB, because it's about to this is about to go over 20 cents. DGB, it's the same thing. It stayed within our coil up system. So, I mean, telling you guys, this is one that I would probably... I'm not a financial advisor, so should you take my advice? No motherfucking way you should, and I tell you this all the time. But if the charts are speaking to you, because I massage the charts, I caress the charts, I literally say, charts, speak to me and tell me what's going to happen. So I say, okay, Tom, big ass left shoulder here. Not much different than what Doge is doing right now. Comes up, consolidates, and bam. XRP is going up over 190, but then it's going to come down just like this, and it's going to crash and burn. And then I'll scoop it back up, after I sell it at the top. All these patterns are lined up pretty much the same. Bitcoin, same thing. It finally broke out of that little consolidation. Well, not consolidation, but it tightened up so much it had to spring over. It got towards the end of the pattern, though. It was riding in it all day, like we were saying. And then it finally broke up at these 2 points. We've been covering this all day. It's no surprise. And yesterday and for weeks. XLM's in the same form. But now with XLM, you can come across. You can say, I told you it was meeting with XLM already, because it already had that nice little breakup. You know, so you can do Doge much in the same way. And now you should see a nice move, and it's going to form the head everywhere. These are all heads. If you guys haven't liked, subscribed, I don't know what the fuck you're waiting for, especially if you haven't liked yet, because if there's anybody watching, you're likely already a follower from my community. If you're new, I do next level technical analysis, and you can leave now because 9 times out of 10, people don't understand my channel until they actually watch it through. I'm not like other douchebags on YouTube. I'm not going to flex my muscles. I'm not going to tell you that XRP is going to $1 million. I'm not going to tell you Dogecoin's going to $10. I'm going to tell you straight from the technical analysis. So, you know, what are we going to do? So, we got this. You know, and if you want to do it just from, hey, we had a nice measured move up, had a little correction, you know. You know, somewhere in this coiled up spot would be the ideal spot to buy if you're going to buy it. It's not going to stay like that forever because you could have went like this. And then where is this going to meet? And you could have got the same kind of a chart. You know? You could have come up like this. So it's basically doing exactly what you're expecting. And with this kind of a pattern, it's going to break to the upside, guys. I'm telling you right now, this is forming the start of this end of the pattern. It's the start and end of the formation. What I mean by that is it's forming that shoulder, and it's over. But yeah, there's a buying opportunity here, and, you know, you can see, but the farther you go on, you can see, but right now 65 cents is probably going to be right around here. It'd be the lowest, maybe another $1. Same thing with Litecoin. It's finishing off this pattern. It's followed it beautifully. You know, we can even make it a little easier for you guys to see because we come from there, come across, you know. So, we got a top and bottom. Eventually, it's going to meet and then it's going to go up. All these are going up. From everything I've seen, Zilla's been untouched all day and it's still following all the way through. You know, I just did this, the middle line, to show you where it was showing support right there, because it never came back down past it. So it was at the top side already. Told you, this might already be out in front of everybody, and it's already creating a head right now. That's why I built this up. So you guys can see, and it's coming up the neckline now. Before, when I did it, it was a little bit farther down, but you see what's happening. It just went to the next 4-hour candle from the last time I was on. And then, I think that's everything. ADA, same thing, but ADA, you know, we got it going up. You know, we got it, oh shit, stupid fucking pen. Up. You know, we got our top point. So, ADA's getting ready to make a move too. Yeah, sure, is there a possibility that everything just dumps off? Sure, but that's not building the formation. That and the head and the shoulder would be building the formation. I'm not saying it's going to 210, but you get the picture. So now back to Doge. When this consolidation, so now if you're going to take a chance on it, I came on for a reason because I told you it's probably going to create that M, which it is right now. If you watch my last video, I was trying to show you. But now would be the time because, like I said, area's getting a lot smaller as we go along. I mean, you could technically, because it did make that top, so now you know that, you know, but that zone is getting increasingly smaller. And once this plays out, you know, it's going to go to the upside. It's already creating this with a nice consolidation to be ahead. I don't know if it's going to get to $1, but I'm telling you, this is creating a nice shoulder. And then that'll be a nice neckline. Then you get a nice head. And you'll come back. I'm telling you guys, that's what's happening. You don't have to believe me. I really don't care. I can only show you it from a next level technical analysis. And if you guys are new to my channel, I'm very blunt. I don't give a fuck. And 9 times out of 10, if you name another YouTuber, I'll tell you they suck. Because most of them are all about buy safe moon. XRP to the moon. Dogecoin to $10 on Saturday Night Live. XLM to $10,000. ADA Cardano to $50 next week. What's the other ones? Bitcoin to $100,000 by the end of May. Ethereum the next Bitcoin overnight. I can't stand that crap. I can do a good impersonation. I can, my mouth open. You know, I can do a great impression. You know, XRP to 10x, you better buy now. But I don't believe it. Not in the short term. Over time, yeah, sure. So let me see if anybody's even watching or if I scared everybody away, which is usually my hope so that I can just record a video. You know, if you want to send a donation, links in the description, or I've got these hotkeys or whatever the fuck they're called. Hot chat, or I don't know what the fuck it's called. You guys just told me to activate it a while ago. So if you do donate, I will get to it, but I'm always surprised if just a single person donates. So we shall see, but I'm telling you, let me light this joint before I turn on my other phone. I always say I'd be surprised if there's more than 10 people. So as many people that are in here, when I look, at least like it so I know that you stuck around and you're actually enjoying it. Or you can give me the thumbs down, like I have one or two people that always give me a thumbs down. Even if I get 150 likes on a video, it's the same one or two motherfuckers. You motherfuckers, I know you're out there. But this is no fun in the 4 hour, let's be honest. So we're going to go to the 1 minute the way I like it. So basically, you're coming off nice inversion. So basically, I can tell you what's going to happen. Fall, came off inversion, beautiful. Come off inversion. Eventually, it's going to meet this pattern, and then it's going to come back around. Just telling you. It's already, even in the 1 minute, it's already bringing out, for whenever it comes out, it can even come around like that, but it's already bringing out how this was an inverted. It could even come down and double bottom, but it would break outside that. No, actually, it wouldn't break outside the pattern if it stayed topside. So, yeah, it could potentially come back and double bottom, and then it'll go up. But it's coiled up so deep, and well, I mean, in the short term, it can double bottom is what I'm saying. But, I mean, there's a lot of inversion here. I mean, there's a lot of inversion. You could even come from the top. The bottom, you know, that's in the 1 minute, nah, not perfectly accurate, but in the 1 minute, you know, you could look at what we're kind of looking at over here. That's perfect. That's a better way to look at it here. So in the 1 minute, this gap is closing. And then once it closes, if this is the new top, we could even go out and do this for a future look, since we're all curious what's going to happen. So we had a new top right around here. We have a bottom coming from here. So you can look at it like that. Until we get more data, that's what we're going to look at. Until we're showing another bottom that's farther down, that's the data we would have to look at. Now, if it does sink to the bottom side and double bottoms, well, then we can redo it from here, and then it would be more like that. So then it would meet anyhow, but roughly a little bit longer down the pattern, but that's your two scenarios. But if you do it from a longer, you know, standing pattern, then you come through, it would almost suggest like we have higher low, maybe a third higher low if it comes back up. You know, higher high. You know, if it comes and swings back up, who knows? We might have another higher high over here. But in a pattern like this, there's a lot to look at. And I think I'm the best person to show, even though I don't get the most people viewing me because my channel's so new. Whoever does stumble upon my page, I don't even need to tell you how much money you're making, how much you're saving, because a lot of you, I changed your lives in 6 weeks. I know I changed mine even more than I did before. You guys got to watch me 4x XRP in like 3.5 weeks. You got to see me 3x DGB in 3 weeks. You know, we did very well on XLM. Cardano's been doing very well. I just told you not to buy it when it was way up, and then it dropped all the way under $1. So, again, saved you a shitload of money. For the new people, if you're trying to find somebody to trust on YouTube, well, there is nobody to trust, but I'm the best bet. I'm the best in the business for a reason. I teach technical analysis classes on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I've got 48 students. If anybody's interested, you can message me at strutrugali@gmail.com. There's replays after the class for 14 days. So even if you want to get into it, you can do it now. So just send me an email at strutrugali@gmail.com. Tell me you're interested in the class. Our third class starts on Tuesday, so you'd have to catch up on the intro that's in there. But no harm, no foul, and you renew every month. So instead of renewing with everybody else on the first, on the 5th week for the 5th set of classes, you'd renew on the 6th week. You didn't miss anything. You're just going to have to, we're not going to reintroduce. So you're going to have to watch, the historical videos that are set and designed. So if you want to know, let me know. I see something from PayPal, so I'm going to go acknowledge whatever that is, because generally that's a donation, or it's an alert. Greg with the $1.01. I tell you guys, that guy is the most consistent person giving donations besides, there's a few people, but the $1 and $2, he sends it to me consistently, and I do appreciate it, my guy. Greg, thank you so much. So, let me just light this joint again, take a sip of water, and then I'll check to see if anybody's even watching. But I like doing it this way so that you guys can see me actually do... This would have been my recorded video, and I would have ended it now. So you guys get to see me basically do what I would do on recording a video. And then, unlike my recorded videos, and nobody else does this on YouTube, I can guarantee you that, because they're all about just showing themselves off. Plus, they couldn't show you a chart. What are they going to do? I see half the people with the chart up, and they give you a probability. No, I want to see you without the EMA lines all over your fucking screen, or having the Fibonacci up. I want to see you do it bare bones like I do. Just show me what's going to happen. Like I always say, don't flex your muscles. Don't tell me something's 10xing. Don't tell me moonshot incoming. Don't tell me Elon Musk is talking. I want to know from a chart perspective, what the fuck's going on? I don't care that Elon Musk is talking. How'd 420 work out for everybody? We did great. But for a lot of people, they got hammered. I want to know what the charts are telling us. I don't care what Elon Musk is saying. Because at the end of the day, we only have what the charts say, and that's all fucking propaganda. Plus, when this goes up, as it's looking like it's going to with all this crazy inversion that's going on right now, I need to know when it hooks around, when to sell the motherfucker before it hooks around to come up to the ultimate top, because there's nothing worse than not selling there, holding all the way down there and having no funds in between here to buy. And then you got to wait till it gets back up here, and then you're not even in profit till you get back up here. So it's like, fuck me. And then it goes up to $1 and you're at a 50% gain when you could have just either averaged down, because you forgot to sell, didn't know to sell, you were sleeping, you were in the shower jerking off. I mean, I don't really know what the case would be, but, then on the way up, you had an average down, then you could sell, or you could just have profits more along this line instead of back here, and then you don't got to worry about all this, because it's a messy situation. This is what goes through my head, and then we have this. So you ask me what's going to happen? I can only go and give you my probability based on my, and it's only based on how good the guy in the charts are. Well, fortunately for you guys, I have 7 weeks of historical evidence, and I've yet to be wrong. I've told you everything that was going to happen days in front of it. And a lot of people were like, that's horseshit. That there's no fucking way. And then they went through and watched my tapes. Holy shit. This is going to be another one of those nights where it's going to come back and all this stuff. And the next, you're going to see. You see it's all coiling up now. You're going to see. It's either going to go down or up. And much like I predicted the downfall from 198 all the way down to 95. And then I predicted when everybody was FOMOing it at 177 and all this other shit with XRP and XLM and DGB and ZIL and Ethereum and ADA. Told you we were going to have a minor correction, and we did. I thought we were going to go to the downside, but at that correction point when I said we have to reevaluate, that's why I always say let's reevaluate, because the pattern somewhat changed and turned into a double top instead of just a huge head and shoulders. We got a head and shoulder on an inverted head and shoulders that's going to finish off on a head and shoulders at the end of this top with this head. It's going to completely fool everybody except me. So if you watch my channel, you don't have to worry. I have like 8 updates a day. You don't pay a subscription fee. It's for the people, by the people. I got monetized in 2.5 weeks, but We don't have subscriptions. So, it's donation-based. Yeah, sure, you might have to watch an ad here and there, but I know my shit. So, like I've been telling people, what if with XRP, okay? Everybody's like, oh, we're ultra bullish. That's why everybody's saying we're going to the moon. So, yeah, we're bullish, right? We're bullish. Bullish. But what if that move right there, even though that inversion, what if just that move was the start of it creating the head? Just hear me out. It's not going to go to 220, I don't think, but it could off the top. Then we come back down. You know, but if we do that, you acknowledge we have to drop down to the next pattern below it if we finish this pattern out. So that's where you get 58 cent XRP, guys. But I said it's more likely here because we've done it time and time again, gone back in this pattern. We did come off of a shoulder, but we had great inversion right there. You can see the W. Go up to the next level. It's telling you you're bearish at that level. So once this pattern completes, we're going down. And that's exactly what happened. And again, we come around. It's going to do the same thing. But I'm telling you, I think this level is of concern. Because we had a great inversion right here. But then right when we came right here, we went on a W. And it looks to me like that was the bigger... Think about it this way. What if, guys, this is not a double pattern? What if, and I know it's stupid, but what if, and this is those what if moments. This is why I don't like to see who's in chat. Because now you guys can hear my logic and my thinking. Now I have to hear your bullshit. But what if when we came off of this, that's a huge shoulder. We dipped in, create the neckline, you know, come in, come back out, come down to complete the pattern where we started, because there would be some stuff in here, obviously. But by the time we get back down here, we reverse at 65 roughly, and then we go to all-time highs. Can you guys kind of see how the left shoulder just formed? And that I'm not as crazy as I sound, that this is... At the end of the day, this is nothing more than a huge head and shoulders to fool everybody, and it's at the end of the day a bull trap, like I've been calling for 2 weeks, and then we can reverse back around. Is there any way that that can be true, what I'm looking at? Because to me, it looks like I'm the greatest chart reader, and I have an abstract mind like no other, with a photographic memory that allows me to do this, but I've been calling this out since before this formation ever happened. I've been calling it before that drop ever even existed. I told you guys to sell right there and to buy back down here. And then to sell right here. Where was it at? Oh yeah, up here. And then to buy back. And then to sell. And then to buy back. So if you want to look at XRP, in my mind, what's happening, if this is in fact the head and shoulders I'm talking about, bam! Bam! That's a huge move up, followed by a huge drop down. By the time this pattern finishes off, but what happens? Wow, the head has formed. Now I ask you again, does that look so crazy? I'm going to look at my phone. Because to me, I feel like I am the first one and only one to be showing this. So let's see. Leganako, welcome. I'm good, brother. Tribe, welcome. 43 people. Restodian, welcome. Amro, welcome in. Sam, my man, welcome in. Boxing Station, love it. Love this, love this, love this. Pissed off I had Dodge and Peppers. Yeah, Boxing Station, a lot of similar stories. I think they're all at the same point. They're all going to pump around the same time. It's apples to oranges right now, Sniper. Ahmed. God loves. God, welcome in. We'll go back to Doge. Check out HPB. Will do. Ikwalala, what's up, brother? Oh, you might be gone already. David Garcia, welcome him. Amro, welcome in. What do you mean the picture's not live? I'm looking at my own live stream. Let's see. Interesting. So it doesn't... Okay. Let me restart